She was beautiful, iconic, desired by all, but in every chapter of her life, she was left behind. By her father at a young age, by society, by the only man she truly loved. She played the perfect woman on screen, graceful, seductive, powerful, but when the lights went off, Rekha was just a girl who was never chosen, never protected, and never forgiven. This is the tragedy of Bollywood actress Rekha, the sorrowful woman who loved too deeply in a world that only loved her image. Hollywood is not just about glamour, it's a world of mystery, and on tragic icons, we unravel it all. Rekha was born in 1954, but not in a situation that had love. Her father, Gemini Ganesan, was already a successful South Indian actor. Her mother, Pushpa Valley, was also an actress too. Her father and her mother had a relationship, but unfortunately, they were not married. Rekha was born illegitimate. Her father refused to acknowledge her. Her father at that time was already married, so at the end she had no last name of his, no support, no presence. She was raised without a father while he lived in luxury. Rekha does open about the fact that her and her mother really struggled financially, plus her other siblings. Already her story started very painful, very sad. Rekha once said something about her father. She stated that he was a man I watched from afar, like a stranger on screen. As a child, she was ridiculed for being dark, for being unwanted, and for being poor. One thing about the Indian culture, the Indian community, and not that all cultures around the world, is that when a woman has a child out of wedlock, this woman has a child and she's not married, she is automatically ridiculed in society. She is judged for being cheap, for not being a woman who is pure and waiting for marriage. And when that woman has this child, the child also bears the same stigma that the mom is actually also facing, and that was the scenario in this case for Rekha. While other girls played, Rekha was working because her family was poor. Her mom was very poor and her mom was sick as well. And she had to help take care of all her siblings. So at just 13, she was pushed into the film industry to feed her family. Before she became a woman, she was already performing Pain for the World.
Like I said to my mother, I said, if I had to be born again, I would want to be a film actress.
Really?
Definitely.
What is the attraction of being an actress?
First of all, I would like to be born a woman.
Really?
Definitely.
In her early films, Rekha was mocked for her weight and her accent. People laughed at her all the time. Plus, on top of that, she was dark skinned. That also gave another reason for people to make fun of her, because there is still a lot of colorism that's also happening in India. I don't know about till this day, because I don't want to say something that people are not going to totally agree with me, but I'm just saying for something that was happening back then. Rekha felt like she did not belong, so she had to go through a journey where she transformed herself through all this pain that she was actually going through. Rekha, to me, is a woman who, from a young age, was just this sad little girl, this sad little beautiful girl who just was forced to learn to grow on her own. Yes, she had her mother there, but most of her stories is that she was forced to actually grow alone, and that breaks my heart, because not only are you going through that, not only are you being ridiculed in society, but this young girl, this young woman is also being ridiculed by the world in her films about her weight, her how she looks. This is just terrifying. So Rekha decided to transform. She learned Hindi and English. She sculpted her body. She turned her skin into gold with makeup. This woman was now going through a whole glow up transformation. She then created Rekha, the fantasy, but behind the mask was still Bhanurekha, the girl craving love. Bhanurekha is her real name. I did not mention it in the beginning, but her real name is Bhanurekha, and we know her as Rekha. Rekha's glow up transformation for me is the epitome of a goddess history. I feel like she really transformed herself into something remarkable, and a lot of people tend to misjudge her a lot. And I feel like some people might think that she was doing that because she was craving for attention, but I feel like she transformed to give herself love, because I feel like she kept on searching for this whole concept of love, and finally she decided to turn that pain and give herself love. And no one saw that part of her, no one wanted to see that. They only saw the siren, the temptress, the product, the mystery, and so the loneliness started creeping in. It started creeping in behind every dazzling dress and red maroon lipstick and kajal. In 1976, everything changed. Rekha's career started picking up. So, on the set of Do Anjani, she met a man called Amitabh Bachchan. Please, guys, I actually put a disclaimer in the beginning of the video to please forgive me if I am mispronouncing these names. I am not Indian, so I know I'm not pronouncing these names right. So Amitabh was very magnetic. He was so intense, and he was already married, but for Rekha, he became the only man who ever made her feel seen. I'm not saying that they were having an affair. Yes, there was rumors of them basically having an affair, but on screen their love was real, but off screen it was forbidden. They never spoke about it, but the world knew. There was a lot of rumors going on with their relationship. Please let me know in the comment section if you guys think that they were in a relationship. The way they looked at each other on screen said everything, but also it is acting. But a lot of sources say that the way they would also act off screen was also very crazy. And on top of that, after everything, she was now starting to wear, things like sindoor and these necklaces in Indian culture that signify that she is married, a culture that is only practiced by married women. But in this scenario, in this case, Rekha was not married, and if she was wearing all these things, who was she wearing it for if she was not married? Now, in this scenario, whether Rekha and Amit were having an affair, I do not want to pinpoint my opinion based on the fact that they were having an affair while it was a relationship based on mutual agreement, but a lot of people actually say that they were in a relationship. Amit, despite everything, decided to remain silent. He chose his image, his wife, his legacy over everything that was going on. And Rekha was left in the shadows again, and she was constantly judged by people regarding this whole relationship that was happening. This felt like a rerun with the story that was happening with her mom and her father, because her mom did have an affair with someone that was already married, and Rekha gave her heart to a man who could never give her this life that she wanted, and the world punished her for it. They did not understand her. They didn't understand that maybe for once she did not know better. And in this situation, it's a 50-50 chance of whatever the rumors were based on, because I might say that they were having a relationship, while in initial fact they were not having a relationship. It was just this mutual respect on what was going on at work. But a lot of people behind closed doors off screen were saying that they were so close for people that were just co-stars. I don't know, let me know in the comment section what you guys basically think. Do you think that honestly they were really having an affair? At the movie premiere of Cecilia, the tragedy played out in real life. This is where everything started escalating. Rekha arrived dressed like a bride. Jaya Bachchan, Amit's wife, sat watching in silence. There was a lot of tension happening when you guys watch the movie Cecilia. For those who do not know the movie, I'm just going to explain. So Rekha plays the mysterious woman who Amit is in love with, but in the movie, Amit is actually married and Rekha is his ex-girlfriend, and he constantly cheats on his wife and has a secret affair with Rekha. And now this was also playing out in real life. Now, when Rekha arrived dressed like a bride, it threw a lot of people off because she was not married. And Amit, of course, in this scenario, he could not even look at her because the movie mirrored their truth, and Rekha was really the other woman. The media attacked her. They called her a home wrecker, a curse, a black widow, but no one ever questioned the man who walked away. What was even more complicated is that Jaya Bachchan, Amit's wife, played the main wife in the movie Cecilia. So everything now is starting to get tricky. So here is Jaya. She is the main wife in the movie and also the main wife in real life. And Amit's the husband in the movie and the husband to Jaya in real life. And Rekha in the movie is the mysterious side girlfriend, and in real life she was the other woman. This was now starting to get hectic, and Rhea started falling deeply in love with this man Amit. She never admitted that they were having a relationship. She just kept on saying that she respected him. She had given him her love, her silence, and her devotion, but he chose distance. At the later stage, after Cecilia, they stopped getting in contact with each other. She was left with a lot of shame and no one to hold her through everything. This is just like the story of her mother and her father. In the 90s, Rekha tried to move on. She married businessman Mukesh, someone outside the film world, but their marriage was very short. Mukesh suffered from mental health issues and he ended up taking himself out of this world with her own scarf in their home while she was away. The world blamed her and they said that she drove him to it. The world started judging her, and no one asked what that did to her. This was another man gone and another door closed. Rekha was scarred. After this, she said no more. She said goodbye to this whole fairy tale concept of ever being in love. Rekha never remarried till this day. She never had children. She never spoke about any of her relationships ever again. She still wears the symbols of how a married woman dress like till this day. Some says it's for her husband that passed away. Some says it's for herself. She still smiles at awards show. She still poses in beautiful dresses. But behind the glamour is a woman who walks alone. She gave Bollywood her youth, her body, her loyalty, and what did she get in return? Silence, rejection, and endless whispers. Rekha's tragedy is not that she was unloved, it's that she loved too much in a world that does not reward women for needing love. She was the fantasy and never the wife, the beauty, never the choice, the woman who lit up the screen and quietly broke behind it. She was not a scandal, she was a story, not a seductress, but a soft heart waiting to be held. And maybe in another world, Rekha would have been chosen, loved, protected, celebrated, but in this one she walked alone. Comment below if you believe she deserved more than what the world gave her. This marks me at the end of this video. Please like this video, do share, do subscribe. When you do subscribe, please hit the notification bell. Do leave a comment in the comment section about what you guys basically think about this video. Your opinions matter a lot on this channel. My name is Yanina, your host from Tragic Icons. Thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.